Ladies and gents, welcome back. We've got a bit of good news this morning, and well, it comes with a caveat. And well, we'll get into that. But the news is that there was a leak that this morning they're going to be making an announcement on suspending vaccine requirements for travel in Canada. And well, I think the best take came from Cian Baxt from the Counter Signal, and let's get right into that. And he wrote, breaking, Trudeau expected to cancel vaccine mandates after personally proving his COVID measures were useless. And I think this is the best take so far. According to multiple sources with firsthand knowledge of the issue, Justin Trudeau is planning to give in to widespread pressure and cancel his vaccine mandates. And this is after we've been reporting here that even the Liberals in his cabinet are disagreeing with him on holding on to these mandates. The Trudeau government announced via their state broadcaster late Monday evening, saying that the unvaccinated Canadians would be able to travel by air, train, or train again, including on outbound international flights. The announcement came the same day Justin Trudeau was caught flying into the country with an active COVID infection, which he supposedly caught while mingling with left-wing world leaders in Los Angeles. And I think that's the best take that you can get here on this story. Trudeau's border measures failed to keep him, an actively infected COVID patient, out of the country, and the mandates. Over 5.7 million Canadians have been unable to travel since October of 2021 as a result of Trudeau's orders, leading to drawn-out nationwide protests against vaccine mandates. Now, what is the leak here? We have here from the CBC News last night, Monday night, for those who are tuning in. Ottawa set to announce end to vaccine mandates for domestic travel outbound flights. Mandates have been in effect since October 30th, 2021. But what do they have to say here? Federal government is set to announce Tuesday an end to COVID-19 vaccine mandates for domestic travel on planes and trains, as well as outbound international travel, CBC has learned. Feds temporarily suspend random arrival testing at Canadian airports. What do we have here? The government may reinstate the vaccine requirement if there is a new variant of the virus, according to sources with direct knowledge of the decision who spoke with CBC News on condition they not be named. Wanting to stay anonymous in this whole thing, the vaccine mandates for travel have been in effect. Yeah, they just keep telling you how long ago it has been. We also have CTV wrote an article a little bit later. They got another source. Vaccine mandates for domestic travel, outgoing international flights will be suspended Wednesday. So this is more of a confirmation that came a little bit later than the CBC article. The federal government will announce tomorrow that vaccine mandates for domestic travel on planes and trains, as well as outgoing international travel, will be suspended. Now, there's a big difference between ended and suspended. Suspended means they're still there. They're still there, and they can be brought back at any time. As of Wednesday, senior government sources have told CTV News foreign nationals coming into Canada will still be required to be vaccinated. I'm not sure how that stands for people with permanent residence in Canada. How is that going to fit for them? Because they're still technically foreign nationals. My family would have to, my wife, for example, would have to deal with that. The mandates first come into effect October 30th, 2021, and have required all passengers on planes, trains be fully vaccinated to be allowed to board. Now, here we are in a case, so they don't have any mention about employees, but I'm sure that this is what a majority of this is about, because there's been lots and lots of pressure from the entire industry at this point. Airports, the Airport Association putting out public statements. We have the Canadian tourism industry putting out notifications, as well as CEOs from various companies involved in all of this. But what does this mean for us when they say that it's suspended? Well, here's Dr. Terrible Tam saying Canadian Chief Public Health Officer Theresa Tam is warning of a potential 7th COVID wave and calling on Canadians to prepare for that. I think people are done. People are just done with this. Medical officials have lost all their trust in from the public. We have here Yukon Strong making a call to action here. CBT News has finally had airport officials admit on live TV that airport delays are 100% caused by Trudeau's petty mandates. If you're a pilot, flight attendant, security worker, or other staff who is fired, now is the time to get even, he says. And I'll leave a link in the description for the whole video, just for the interest of keeping this video not too long. But I'll let you hear the end message here. He talks a bit about how his particular situation, where he needs a surgery, but because he's up in the Yukon, he can't drive all the way down for the surgery, and he's been told he can't fly. And well, here's his message for airport workers who are desperately needed, and they're lifting the mandates for right now.
And now you realize we were right. And it's become an inconvenience to you. And you want, we need these airline workers back. We need these pilots back. We need the security people back. Oh, because you need your little worker slaves to enjoy your vacation, right? You need your servants back. Well, here's the thing. If you are a pilot, a security worker, a stewardess, anything to do with the airlines, and you were fired because of these mandates, you tell them, no, I'm not coming back till every single dime of my pay from before is refunded. And there's policies put in place barring this from happening to airline staff, airline organizations, and passengers forevermore in this country. Just say no. You can write your own ticket right now.
Yeah, and very wise words coming from Yukon Strong here, because now you are in a position of authority in this whole situation. You're needed in the airports. So there is a strong reason for airport employees and employees that have been let go and have suffered this and been disappointed as officials haven't come to your aid. The unions haven't come to your aid. And as they call people back to work, perhaps those people being called back to work should organize, get together, and make arrangements. Make arrangements to have a negotiation before you go back. And that would probably do yourselves a favor. It'll do a lot of other people favors across the country as well, to set some sort of precedent that you're not going to just take this laying down and then go back to work. And then, of course, as we're anticipating, watching this all unfold again. Why? Why would it unfold again? Well, because it's a suspension of these mandates. It's not an end to the mandates. There's nothing in writing saying that they can't bring it back for whatever reason. And well, let's give you a teaser into the next story that we're going to be talking about. Well, Canada introducing mandatory monkeypox quarantines. Well, we'll get into that in the next video, obviously. But this one is the main message here is you don't have to say yes right away. You can go to the table and negotiate at this point, because the best time to negotiate is when they're hurting the most for it. So get out there, get organized, and talk to each other before talking to anybody who wants you to come back that's treated you like absolute trash for the past 2 years. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a comment on your thought about Trudeau caving to the pressure because he is illegally crossing the border with an active infection, and how you feel about airline workers, people in the industry. Should they cave, go back, or should they organize and make demands on the way in? Looking forward to seeing those comments in the comment section down below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep on trucking.